Let's face it, when you hear the word military, you most likely think of this. But believe it or not, many countries actually do pretty fine with just small militaries like this. So why do some countries have huge advanced militaries with nuclear weapons that can destroy the world 5 times over, while others just have small, simple defense forces? Well, one reason is that richer, more populated countries are more intertwined with the global world, so they need a strong military to protect their assets around the globe. This is why countries such as those in Western Europe, the United States, Russia, China, and Japan are some of the world's most powerful militaries currently existing. And probably the most important reason is that these countries don't with anyone. You don't see countries like Nauru annexing Crimea, invading Iraq, camping on the Red House in Nuketown, or taking islands in the South China Sea. So the less enemies you make, the less you need a military. The Bahamas are one of those countries. They have a very small military simply because they don't need a large one. The Bahamas is also part of the Rio Treaty, which is a NATO-like mutual defense pact within the Americas, with its most powerful member being that of the United States of America. The Bahamas also benefits from being just 50 miles off the coast of that of the United States, so in the case of a conflict were to somehow break out involving the Bahamas, the United States would quickly come to their aid in such a conflict, making the Bahamas military pretty unneeded. But other than that of the Rio Treaty, how exactly do these two countries get along? We will go over that within today's video of the U.S. Relations series, which will go over the relationship between the United States of America and the North American country of the Bahamas. The two countries have a fairly short history with one another, with the two establishing bilateral relations roughly 46 years ago. Their relationship began in 1973 after the Bahamas gained independence from that of the United Kingdom. Historically, the two countries have always held a very close relationship with one another. They share many economic, commercial, ethnic, and cultural ties. Currently, around 30,000 Americans reside within the Bahamas, and roughly 87% of the tourists within the Bahamas come from that of the United States. With the Bahamas being such a close neighbor to the United States, the political security of the country is of great importance to the U.S. Because the Bahamas is so close, it's often used as a gateway point for illegal immigrants, narcotics, and firearms to be smuggled into the United States. This prompts the U.S. Coast Guard and Navy to work continuously with the Bahamas in order to counter these problems. Due to the Bahamas having a very small population and making a pretty well sum of money, they don't truly need or desire any form of economic aid from the United States. Assistance from the United States usually revolves around that of security assistance to combat illegal drug trade as mentioned before, and occasional natural disaster relief following hurricanes. The economy of that of the Bahamas is driven by tourism, with roughly 87% of its tourists coming from that of the United States. Most of the Bahamas' food and manufactured goods are also imported from that of the U.S. And because of this dependency on U.S. tourism, the economy of the Bahamas is affected by U.S. economic performance. So whenever the U.S. economy is doing well, so is the Bahamas. Whenever the U.S. economy is performing like the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, well, so is the Bahamas. And actually, to my surprise, when researching for this video, I actually found out that the Bahamas' top export partner is strangely Poland, not the United States, with roughly 28% of all exports going to Poland and 27% going to the United States.
Hey, Bahamas.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, America. Looking at the stats of the Bahamas won't help.
Will you please just go away? I'm having a really rough time right now. Wait a sec.
What? What is it?
It seems like the Bahamas has oil.
These two countries have held a very positive relationship throughout their entire history, with them acting together as brothers on the world stage, and we aren't likely to see that disappear anytime soon. Thank you guys for watching the U.S. Relations series. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions. And see you guys soon.